Uh, right. So then the next step, and this is the final step usually.
I think I'd just like to add here that we're talking about the importance of the teacher as a facilitator, as a guide, as a mentor, not a sage on stage. So I think the next thing that we now need to look at is perhaps the role of technology, and how has technology brought a different dimension to education. Has it removed somewhere the human element from education? And I think the next team that is going to come up is going to talk about technology, and whether technology has fulfilled its promise, or whether there we have a lot of unfulfilled promises from technology. We put a high stake on technology, whether it has really fulfilled it.
And so they have something to say, but they requested that I share this video with you first. So this is what they have been showing.
What does the future of learning look like, and how do we create it? When we think about the future, we usually do two things: dreaming or dreading. When we dream, we start with an idea, a positive trend, and take the idea to its logical conclusion. We imagine a utopia that represents our hopes for that's possible. Maybe that idea is the promise of technology to transform learning. What would that look like? We might dream of being able to assess each student's need and then magically give them exactly what they need, exactly when they need it. But this is impossibly perfect and simplistic, ignoring the complexities of the learning process. When we dread, we start with a fear, a downward trend, and we likewise play out this idea to its logical conclusion. We imagine a dystopia, one filled with fear of what might happen in the future. Here, the very same issue of use of technology in the classroom might veer off in a completely wrong direction, with dreadful outcomes. Kids trapped in a matrix of robotic construction. Of course, this is equally simplistic and ignores technology's potential. Dreaming and dreading are not our only options. Somewhere in between is a third path, followed by a few. The third and a rather uncanny approach is designing. Designing puts the future in our hands, in our control. With designing, we can incorporate values of several systems in order to create a model one. Thus, working towards elevating the problems of technology, we integrate the qualities to make one close to ideal system as the answer to all our fears and the foundation for all our ideas. On the road of development of an individual from a child to an adult, education plays a key role. Technology can help. Technology can help such an individual in learning how to learn. Education is a system invented to develop students in a holistic manner and help them progress in life. Earlier, there were three main sectors for students after school: factory, farms, and universities. Casualties in the form of dropouts were observed. This system provided moderate wages. As economic times changed, farm jobs diminished, offices were introduced, and university graduates were at a benefit. Now, college became the main path to jobs in offices. There was a direct road from school to offices. However, as the jobs became more demanding, this road also vanished. Thus, forces of students were created who were unable to garner success and became futile for the nation. The system remains broken, even with the arrival of technology. To understand how it is broken, we need to look inside. We see a system of 6 parts, which creates a student's experience. First, what they learn, how they learn, and how we know they are learning, and also when and where learning happens and who's involved. How we configure these parts determines how kids move in the learning process. More often than not, these paths form rigid barriers, blocking the way forward or sending them on the wrong path. Various innovators have focused on adjusting one or more of these parts to help the kids move forward. This is an important progress, but this approach is not the way forward. What we need is learning, integrated by design, addressing all parts at once rather than one or two in isolation. When we get this right, we make it possible for kids to accelerate their learning, to move forward in the direction they want to go. A model learning system should be personalized, learner driven, applied, cost effective, and most importantly, tech enabled.
All right. Anshuta, are you online?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Good afternoon. Yeah. Good afternoon, I'm Anshuta. And from this video, we can believe that technology is the best solution for us. Although, recently, when a smartphone was launched in the market, a joke was found doing the rounds on the internet. How does it feel to have a phone smarter than you? And even though it was probably meant as a joke, it is possible that this is true. The way we define smartness or knowledge today is recollection of facts, quick recall of memorized events and formulae, accurate calculations, reporting opinions. Our phones are smarter than us, or are they? It is a good question to ponder on, because it reminds those who have forgotten that the superiority of humans lies in their interpretation, application, and creation of knowledge, rather than the simple store and recall function. There probably was a time when humans needed to retain these facts and information in order to be able to use it. But with the advent of the internet, smartphones, and various other IT products, this information is more readily and reliably available at all times to the user. That means that the human no longer needs to retain this in his brain. Therefore, continuing to teach in the traditional manner, ignoring technology, and insisting that students continue to retain this information in their brains is as redundant as training them to live and inhabit caves. So, this is what we propose. Using technology in education does not require a computer in a classroom or any expenditure at all. It requires us to rethink our education system. We must remember that students no longer need to retain this large amount of information and provide them with formula sheets, text, etc. during their tests, thereby testing only their interpretation and analytical skills. This is what technology can offer to us: freedom from memory-based learning without spending a dime. Thank you.